Hello, everybody. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and it's Happy Rob because the Knicks won, of course, 121-91. It was closer than that earlier, but it turned out to be a blowout. So, Rob, why don't you give us your expert analysis on the Knicks-Pacers game 5?
Well, I think the Knicks came out. They had that team meeting after getting blown out in Indiana, and it looks like Coach Tibbs did some adjustments, which really helped. He started Miles McBride instead to have a little smaller lineup. So, and actually, McBride was setting picks for Brunson, setting him free, and not always having the ball in his hands, and it seemed to work. And Indiana's defense was not very good. As you can see, they lost by 30. So
Yeah, it was good the game before. I was surprised because they don't play good defense, but in game 4, I thought they played good defense. But so Brunson had a huge game, 44 points, 18 for 35, and he had 7 assists and 4 rebounds. No steals or no blocks, but
well, the key to the game was, I mean, you see the rebounds. Again, the way the Knicks, they're one of the top. I think they're number one in the league in offensive rebounds, and that's what happened. They got 20, and then Hartenstein, he got out of that 20, he got 12 rebounds, offensive rebounds. He played. He didn't score that much, but like I said, getting the offensive rebounds was a
right,
real
wow,
big thing.
17 rebounds, 12 more offensive. He got 5 assists. He scored 7 points.
Yeah, that was also a
So
big
they had
factor in the game.
20 offensive rebounds, and they had 53 total.
Right.
And Indiana only had 5 offensive rebounds as opposed to 20,
Yep.
and only 29 rebounds total.
Compared to 53 for the Knicks.
Wow, that's how you lose a 30-point game.
Yeah, and they talked a lot of smack after that. They were smiling, and Tyrese was saying no one can guard him. But it looks like the rest that the Knicks got, and of course being home gets you a little more pumped up with the crowd. And Brunson played a really good game. He played a great game. He's back to normal.
And then they got 3 guards got like 17, 18 points. So off the bench, Burks, and also you got McBride and Hart. So that was good. DiVincenzo didn't have a big game. He had a bad shoot.
Well, he had some key plays. He got in the face of Turner. He had a nice offensive rebound dunk off him, and Turner got mad, and they almost had a little incident too. So they totally rattled the Pacers. The refs in the third quarter tried to give back the game. They called like five fouls in less than a minute. So
and the Knicks?
No, the Knicks. They called 5 fouls in less than a minute to begin the third quarter.
Boy, the free throws are pretty even. They got 22. The Pacers, the Knicks got 19.
So the Pacers, you get 5 fouls before you're in the bonus. So the Pacers were in bonus with like 9 minutes left in the quarter.
Well, Halliburton cooled off. He only had 13 points. He's been playing pretty well lately.
Well, he was talking a lot of smack after the game. They said they couldn't guard him, and he only took 9 shots.
Right, I see that. All right. Well, 22 points from Slocum, and 16. Turner got 16, but
Siakam,
yeah,
that was the only one. He was the only one, but and Turner, well, actually Turner, he brought him back. They brought it back down to like almost like 8. He had like 3 straight 3-pointers, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm like, oh no, here it comes. But the Knicks came back. We called timeout, we adjusted, and
we adjusted.
That's right, we adjusted. Yes,
Tom was in the huddle making the adjustments with the team.
Well, I was. I called. I told him to give a timeout, coach, timeout, and readjust to not let that happen again. So
all right.
So overall, they bounced back. They had the rhythm, and unlike the Pacers after their game, they weren't hooping and hollering after the game. They were very businesslike. They're still like, and I'm just like me. I still got one more game to go. You got 2 games. You're playing Indiana. We're gonna try to close it out like we did in Philadelphia.
Are you predicting them to win? And what is this going to be? Is this going to be Friday?
Yeah, Friday. I picked them to win.
Okay, you picked them in 5 originally. I picked them in 6.
Yes, you might be right for one thing.
I may be right. I won't go against my pick. It could go either way, though. It could go 7. I'm still picking New York to win. They're not playing Thursday night because Caitlin Clark has game number 2.
So
Um,
I guess I should thank her for
you
being so
should for getting
popular.
a 3-day rest. I think they need it more than Indiana, but it's who knows? They had more energy last game. But
Yeah.
by the way, we have a Caitlin Clark video separate from this, so we won't be covering that in this video. We're just going to cover the 2 NBA games.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be labeled, just so you know. Last time the preview we covered it in the NBA game. All right. So in the other game, it was close, and then Nuggets pulled away, and it wasn't close, but it was close initially.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give I thought it was a good game, and I thought in the third quarter, I thought Jokic gave a clinic to every person in the world on low post moves and footwork, and
Exactly.
he basically made a 4-time Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, look like a rookie or a college player.
4-time defensive player of the year.
4-time Player of the Year, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, obviously.
Yeah.
He looked like a college player. He couldn't stop him at all.
No, he was doing a left in his. I was, when you talk smack to somebody, and he was doing right, and there's a left in your eye. Block
Yeah,
that.
I don't know why he suddenly decided to just shoot so much in the third quarter, but he did. I guess because he couldn't stop him, and he figured, well, what the heck, he's not stopping me. I'll just keep going with it. I don't know if he was trying to have a point to prove or something, but he looked fantastic the whole game. Let's put it that way. He had no turnovers, and he had 40 points and 13 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals and a block. And he shot well. He was 15 for 22 and 2 for 3 for threes. And one of the 3 was a huge 3. He was a very momentum swinger, but it was a huge arcing 3 when Gobert put his arm up and he shot over him. And it was,
looked like
and the bench went like pretend they were feigning or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I thought Jokic looked like one of the 5 best players of all time, the way he was just so dominant in that game. I'm not saying he is yet. I'm just saying he looked like one of the best players I ever saw in my life, and he's played great the whole playoffs, the whole series.
He looked like the MVP winner that he was this year. That's why he was the MVP player of this year. He really showed it last night. I mean, to have zero turnovers is really amazing. I mean, that's amazing in itself. But the way he played, even on defense, and he played well.
Almost everybody believes he deserves the MVP except for Shaq. Shaq said on TNT that he thought SGA did. And he said it to Joker's face right after he got the award. I was like, Joker should have just said, "That's okay, Shaq. I don't mind. I didn't think you deserved your MVPs either." He should have just said that. That's what I would have said if I was Joker.
No, that's why I like him. He's very humble. He doesn't.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, why did Shaq even have to tell him that? He could say it on the panel, but why does he have to say it to his face? It's just like
Shaq's an egomaniac. It's all about everything's about him. He thinks he's the greatest thing since I mean, Jabbar was way better than him. I think even Hakeem Olajuwon was better than him. So
I think it's a really close call between those 2.
Yeah, but I mean, not Jabbar. No, he's not better.
No. Between Hakeem, I think it's a toss-up between Shaq and Hakeem. But Jabbar, Chamberlain, and Russell were all better than Shaq. I've seen Shaq listed like 5th and 7th, and like people are like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. So I mean, that's just little.
He could have been if he had played harder on defense and gotten more rebounds. Then I think he should have.
Yeah, exactly.
He had the ability to
be a better passer and things like that, So
yeah, he had the ability to be a better passer too.
Right.
I thought in college when all of a sudden his last year, I said, "Oh, he's a pretty good passer," and then I didn't see it in the pros that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, and he's a terrible free throw shooter, just like Chamberlain. But
well, why he's not a good free throw shooter. He's a little cross-eyed. I don't know. That's why he's wearing glasses. If you notice, without his glasses,
really?
Oh yeah. I mean, he has a little cross-eyed.
Players with really big hands say it's harder with really big hands, but I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't believe that.
I think it's just they're not as coordinated sometimes, but who knows?
But Edwards had
Barr had big hands and he shot pretty well free throw. He's like in the lows, like he's between 70 and 75%. He shot pretty well.
Yeah. So Edwards only had 18 points. So that also hurt Minnesota. They were doubling him. They took a page out of Minnesota's book. They doubled him to get the ball out of his hands.
Denver's won 3 games in a row since Jamal Murray's been healthy. And I don't know why TNT refuses to bring that up, but I haven't heard any of them say that once, especially Barkley. And But I haven't heard anyone say. I don't listen to ESPN because
No,
I don't like Stephen A. Smith's. but
no.
but I like to listen to basketball players give me an analysis more than players who weren't basketball players who weren't pros. But I will say that I don't like Draymond Green, but his analysis was very good on TNT last night.
Yeah, he
He,
did pretty good. But he called the Knicks a fluke. I'm like,
yeah, I
okay,
don't understand that reasoning behind
okay,
that.
I don't understand your reason behind that. But anyway, yeah,
See.
I mean, I think Jamal Crawford, who's now with Reggie Miller, that's Reggie Miller talks a lot of stuff, but at least when
Well, Reggie Miller's
Jamal,
pretty good. So Grant Hill was good the other night. I thought he did good analysis. I think Grant Hill's a good sports analysis on the NBA. But we already talked about Hubie Brown in another short video. But Hubie Brown's 90 and still going strong. He still sounds good to me.
but they got Doris Burks in there, and that's a wrong move.
I don't know why she's going to be doing the finals, but I don't think she should be on the number one team. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree with
Uh,
you.
JJ Redick could be good. He's new. He's new at doing at the games, I guess. So we'll see how he's doing. He could be good. He's got some strong opinions on ESPN. So we'll see what happens.
So do you think the Nuggets? You think the Nuggets are going to win in Minnesota?
I think they're going to win this series. I don't know if they're going to win in 6 or 7, but I predicted them in 7 originally.
Mm-hmm.
So my guess is Minnesota won't lose 4 straight. They'll come back and win a close game, and then Denver will take them in Game 7. That's my guess. We'll see. I'm not, I don't have a lot of confidence in Minnesota right now, but they played defense great the first 2 games, especially Game 2, but they don't seem to have the intensity they did those first 3 games. Part of it was Jamal Murray was injured, but part of it was just they don't look as intense to me. They don't look like they had swarming defense I saw.
Well, like I said, with the playoffs, it's a chess. Like they said, I heard some analysis which I thought was very good. It's a chess match, not a checkers match. So you adjust. So just like the Knicks, they adjusted. Okay, you're doubling Brunson, and so we'll put McBride out there a little more quicker, get the ball out of his hands. And the same thing with Denver. They said, okay, we're going to double Edwards, not let him dominate and score 40 points on us. Get the ball out of his hands.
Well, Minnesota didn't adjust to the fact that Conley wasn't playing. Anthony Edwards.
Right. That also hurt them too. Actually, that did hurt them.
Yeah. So he's getting it out on the top instead of on the side, and he didn't play as well. Someone said he was talking smack to Jamal Murray, but I didn't pay attention to it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But even though Towns is inconsistent, he was 10 for 19 and 2 for 5 from threes, and
he got hurt. He got hurt too. He did get hurt. He hurt his knee.
I know. Somebody shot okay, but he's inconsistent, and
well, that's how he is. I mean, people were even like during the season they're like thinking the Knicks should trade Randall for Towns, and I was totally against that. I'm like, no. He's very, like you said, very inconsistent. He's a good ball player, but he can be really very inconsistent.
Even though Rudy Gobert got schooled against Jokic, he was 7 for 7 yesterday, and he had 18 points and 11 rebounds. So he didn't play poorly. He just couldn't stop Jokic.
No,
Jokic he's going to hang on to his best player in the league thing for at least another year or so. We'll see what happens with Victor W. But Jokic looks like he's saying, listen, I'm still the best player in the league. I'm playing the league, and we're going to win championship again. That's the way it looks the last 3 games. Whether they win or not, I don't know. I like I said, I predicted them to win this series, and win the next series, but to lose to Boston. But Boston doesn't get Porzingis back. They're not beating some of these teams with the big teams, like especially Denver. They're not beating Denver.
They might not beat the Knicks either. Well, the Knicks need OG Obanabi to come back to even contend with the Celtics, I think. So if they beat the Pacers, it's still going to be. I'm still, of course, going to root for the Knicks to win in the finals against Boston, but without Obanabi, it's going to be really tough.
By the way, the other thing about Jokic is he has endless energy for a big guy. He was running up and down that court, and he never looked tired.
Oh yeah, he got the one time he almost went coast to coast and dunked it. I go, oh, look at that speed.
Yeah, I know they're in Denver and everything; they have an advantage, but he never seems to look that tired. He must be in really good shape. I did see a thing on him where he said he used to be fat, and then he lost weight and he works hard to get in shape all the time and does, you know, the sprints and stuff like that. And
I
he
just
doesn't look
like his
heavy to me.
play.
He's got a wide body, but he doesn't look heavy to me. He could lose a couple pounds, but I think Doncic needs to lose more weight than Jokic does.
But I like. I mean, I like his play. He follows exactly what you said about being most valuable player on your team. He makes other players look better. He makes Gordon look better when they put it inside to him. He can pass it out, and Gordon's been playing well. And then Michael Porter Jr. He can hit that three. So his passing that's what really is also good. That's why with the 0 turnovers. I mean, that was amazing.
We'll see what happens. They still have to win this series, and they still have to win the next two to get another championship. We'll see what happens with his career and how people view him all time. But he's certainly moving up in the ladder with another MVP this year and a good performance in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. I think it's too early to place him. When I did my 25 greatest NBA players of all time, I didn't rank anyone who's under the age of 32. I did that
No,
with all my rankings.
you can't. Yeah, you really can't. So.
But people do. You know, and
I want
to at least see their prime years and their maybe just the twilight of their prime years before I do that. Otherwise, it's not fair either way. You could overrate them or underrate them.
Right, like the talk with Edwards being like Michael Jordan. Like, let's hold off on that, please. Even he said that. He's like, oh no, wait a minute.
It's a little early for that. So
yeah, very
Anyways.
early.
That's our take on the games. Listen, like and subscribe, please. You hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so you find out when all our videos are up. And feel free to make intelligent, non-insulting comments, and share it with your family and friends, and let us know what future videos you want. We do short videos and we do long videos. If you got ideas for topics that you want to do, as long as it's about basketball, football, or anything to do with the Olympics. So we cover that too, obviously, because this summer's big Summer Olympics coming up. Looking forward to that. And we're looking forward to the games tonight, which I guess is we got 2 games tonight, right?
Right.
All right, we're going to have 2 games, but only 1 game on Thursday, I understand, right? Because Thursday, because the Knicks don't play in Indiana, but don't play because Caitlin Clark is. So we'll do another thing on Caitlin Clark on Friday for all the Caitlin Clark fans. So tonight we got Cleveland at Boston. I think Boston's going to wrap that up.
Yeah.
And Dallas at OKC. What do you think about that one, Rob?
That's another interesting series. I like that series too. We'll see what Doncic is hurt, and see how Kyrie. He hasn't been the past 2 games. He hasn't been scoring, but he's been playing defense and passing the ball. But so we'll see what happens.
I'll take OKC tonight in Boston.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, see you later. Take care.
All right. Peace out.